to demonstrate using a roller slide sheet to move a patient from an awkward place that they might have fallen into a better space to be able to use equipment to pick them up. We've done our assessment and this patient is not injured, so we've prompted them to try and get themselves up and they weren't able to do it. So we're going to use the slide sheets to move them into a better position to use the equipment. If there's a risk assessment, make sure that you've read it and that you're aware of any special considerations in the moving handling plan, and also make sure you're dynamically risk assessing on the spot throughout. So this is a full length roller slide sheet. It is standard stock and you can get different sizes of this particular slide sheet. Always check the equipment for any fraying, any damage, any rips or tears. So if we can get the patient to bend this knee, hand across, looking in the other direction and roll, and placing the slide sheet onto one side, my colleague will hold at the hips and the shoulders. I'm then going to check where the spine is to make sure it's in the middle of the slide sheet, so I know I've got equal lengths either side of the slide sheet. So from here, that looks good. So I'm going to roll and push it underneath the bottom, and then at the shoulder end, roll, pushing it underneath the shoulder. And then from there, the patient rolls onto their back, and my colleague will be the other side unrolling. So you only need to do this using one roll. So we should have about the same amount of material, both sides. We're going foot first, so you might want to remove the pillow so that the patient's head doesn't suddenly fall down onto the floor. We're also probably going to be okay in terms of the slide sheet. We've got the slide sheet covering the whole body, but if you didn't have enough slide sheet and it finished here, you would need to add another one to go under those heels, because we don't want any part of the body having damage from being slid on the floor. So on either side, we're going to get into our fab stance, and we're going to slide patient foot first. So in our fab stance, we're going to move on the word slide. So ready, steady, slide. So it doesn't need to necessarily be a long movement, because we could move back and do it again. What we're avoiding is any sort of twisting. We're keeping our shoulders in a straight plane. So same again here. Ready, steady, slide. Okay. We're at the point where we do need an extra bit of slide sheet down the bottom, but luckily we are where we need to be. When you're finished, you can remove the slide sheets just by grabbing that opposite corner. Thank you. And then just putting that slide sheet out underneath itself all the way up to the top. And we are now ready to use equipment to get the patient up.